From Sandton, we now go to Cape Town, where residents have been trying to recover from the recent floods which left thousands of families displaced. A provincial state of disaster has since been declared. Newzroom Afrika's reporter, Nasiphi Same, is now joining us live. Nasiphi, very good morning to you. Tell us about some of the concerns that some of these residents are raising.
Well, Aldrin, it's been weeks of relentless rain and downpours in the Western Cape, leaving many destitute. We do know that over 160,000 people in the Western Cape, have been severely impacted by this rain. We've seen, or rather heard, that close to 5,000 are destitute and are in need of shelter. And the majority of the people that have been impacted are in the city of Cape Town, with over 150,000 people adversely impacted by these downpours. And in townships, that is where most damage has occurred, and particularly the marginalized community, people living with disability, elderly, including the child-headed households. But to talk to us further about those concerns, I'm joined by the ward councillor of Ward 86, Xolani Diniso. So we understand that, townships have been severely impacted following the recent downpours. But what are the concerns from residents?
Look, it's an open knowledge that our township has been affected, in particular the informal settlement. I've got 12 areas here in the informal settlement. More than 5,000 structures have been affected. These bad weather conditions, unable kids to go to school. Many of our communities couldn't even go to work because of the bad weather conditions. It affects both formal settlements, formal and informal settlements. And the concern is that people they need houses, Nasiphi. Every year during this winter season, our people have been affected with the same winter season, and it's not an unusual scene, it's a usual scene to them. So the only permanent solution now is to relocate our people and give them houses. There's no other solution at the current moment.
And these marginalized communities, the elderly, people living with disability, including child-headed households, are there any that have been affected in your ward, and what kind of assistance do they need or receiving?
Look, at the current moment, the only short intervention that we have received is from the givers. They brought blankets, they brought food parcels, the National Human Settlement Department. They brought also a material for the structure that has been collapsed. So that's the only short intervention that they've received from the National Government of Human Settlement, and also the good Samaritans, humanitarians such as givers, by bringing blankets and toiletries and also food parcels. But Nasiphi, that is only a short intervention. As we have already been told, that starting from tomorrow, the weather forecast is going to be level up. There will be rains again. So the only permanent solution is to relocate our people from these conditions and take them to a land where they are not wetlands. The reason why they are in this kind of a bad situation because they are residing in a wetland. So obviously, every winter season they are going to encounter such challenges where their houses are full of water.
Diniso, we understand that some homes are still waterlogged and flooded. Is there no way of, opening the halls and churches in your ward to accommodate these people?
Look, Nasiphi, we have tried to open up a hall which is called Newzroom Community Hall. There are flood victims who are there. But the challenge is that, Nasiphi, how do you take a person who's been affected by flood to a hall which does not have blankets, which does not have mattresses, which does not have food? Remember, these people need to be catered on a daily basis. If you're taking them to a hall, who's going to cater them? So that's why they always resort to say, look, I'm not going to go to a hall. It's either I will reside to my cousin or I'll stay to my family member where there's warm cooked food, But you can't take them to a hall where there are no resources. There is a hall, it's open up, they are flood victims at the Newzroom Community Hall, but there are no resources that is going to assist them throughout the entire season.
We'll have to leave it there. Xolani Diniso, Ward 86 councillor here at Luandle, saying that there are about 5,000 people affected in his ward, saying that as much as the wall has been opened, there are those that are opting to stay in their homes. The ground remains waterlogged, and as we heard now from the councillor, that extreme weather conditions and heavy downpours are expected in the next coming days. However, the residents at least had about 2 days in terms of reprieve. However, the situation still remains grim and a reality for many living in informal settlements. That number again, over 150,000 people in the Western Cape severely impacted by this rain, 5,000 people in need of shelter.